Oh, hello. Um, Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. This is kind of my last housey thing of the year. Yeah, second last. I'm going to Mexico tomorrow for 5 days, which is quite exciting. Catch up with my old mate Helen and Adelaide. Should be a good time. So I'm just doing the rounds on the house before I leave. Make sure everything's okay. Kind of wish it well and all of that. So today we're just adjusting the jacks. So I'll just put you down there. This is the first one I put in. Let's give it a turn. See what it sounds like. Alright. That was pretty good. Ooh, almost hit myself on that cheeky pipe. Okay, now we'll do these other ones. These ones here. Gotta put the spanner on there. Give it a good turn. It's hard with one hand. It's about as much as that one wants. Let's do this one. That's pretty good. Where do I put my adjusty thing? Okay. Let's do this one. Probably put you here. Get a pretty good view of it. This one here is the toughest one, so this one really needs some more. Go. That one was tough. Now these ones here. Oops. It was boring, wasn't it? Alright. I think we're all good. Definitely need a few more jacks down here. This one here is really tough, and it's taking quite a lot of weight. It's taking from that pole. This here doesn't do anything anymore. Rusty, retired. So from this one to that one are all being taken by this guy. So he's getting really tough to turn. Need some help. So I'll get some more buddies in there. Need some more stuff. So that's all that. Basement, good. See you, basement. Now, go back upstairs. I haven't been upstairs yet in the last week. I've just been flat out working. I've got a huge tiling job that I've been doing. Laying 250 square feet of tiles for a lovely couple out in Southfield. It's worth like $2,500, that job, so I've just been going hard trying to get as much of it done as possible before Christmas. Need some spending money for Mexico, and equipment for here. Oh, it doesn't light. So this is the light in here on these winter afternoons. It's just gorgeous. Really nice. Kind of quite like the quality of light coming through this plastic. It's nice. So everything's here. It's all still wonky. Very visually wonky. But the plastic is all held up. So it shouldn't have too much water ingress, both in liquid and frozen form. Everything's pretty cool. Yeah, so I've never been to Mexico before. Looking forward to it. Combination of seeing awesome stuff and just being a lazy POS sitting on the sand, soaking up the sun. Should be good. Everything's pretty cool. Oh yeah, here we go. So the last time I was here, I didn't document this really, but I did this. So this wall already had a massive piece of the plaster and lath knocked off. So I just left my cold chisel here. So I just removed the rest of it because that wall is going to have to get stripped, both this side and the other side, just back to the studs, because the other side is this bathroom in here. So here's the other side of this wall. Yeah, we can't really get through at the moment. I don't think so. Yeah, not without heavier tools. But yeah, so this is just all getting stripped back to the studs. This bathroom I'm just going to strip out completely, just so I can resheet it in fibre cement and just make it bomb-proof, solid bathroom, just done really well with solid materials. This has all been like this crappy kind of laminate wallboard stuff, kind of fake tiles, nasty. These kind of plastic recessed medicine cabinets, gross. This is a nice old metal tub, but I'm not sure if I'm going to keep the bathtub. I mean, it's nice to have a bathtub, but it's also nice to have a nice big walk-in shower that you don't have to step over. So I'm kind of up in the air. Tell me what you think. What do you reckon? Lovely big walk-in shower, or keep the bathtub and have like shower over tub, which is kind of the norm, or be bold and get rid of the tub. I don't know. It's nice to have a tub when you want to wash, like, I don't know, some really big vegetables or a baby or a dog or something. So tub's handy. Also nice to have a bit of a soak. There's already a tub here. I don't know. We'll see. So that's what's going on there. Lots of smashy. The new year is just going to be all about smashing. I'm going to just destroy all over the place in this house. Fill another dumpster with the smashings and just have a generally fun time and a safe time, importantly. Always wear a mask when smashing an old house, and like a kind of lead rated air filter mask, and eye protection, and also hearing protection if you're doing like sustained loud noise smashing, because ears are sensitive. I've already got a fair amount of tinnitus from raving and going to punk shows and stuff, so don't want it to get any worse. And I've been pretty conscious of that. I got myself some U-Butte music earplugs. So they're like hi-fi earplugs. They're awesome. Just got them in the mail the other day. Haven't used them in anger yet, but I look forward to it. Probably one of the New Year's parties. I think DJ Assault is playing somewhere, and there's just so much good shit going on. So we'll get amongst it with hi-fi safety earplugs. Yeah. Oh, this is a view out the back window. Today's freaky. Check it out. No gloves. Not even a scarf. Well, I've got it, but it's not like, incredibly warm. Like, not like warm, but well above freezing. It's like 55 degrees or something. Everyone's kind of annoyed because it's the sort of weird in between weather. You don't get the romance of the snow for Christmas. Everyone likes a bit of a white Christmas apparently around here. But this year denied. It's going to be a lovely temperate Christmas. It'll be a warm one for me in Tulum, Mexico, which I can't wait. I've already said that. Doesn't matter. Yeah, got a bit of steampunk art on the wall there. Pretty cool. Oh, this is so this is a program for the funeral of Willie James White. That was held on Tuesday, October 30, 1984 at 11 a.m. So it's pretty cool. Found some old memorabilia in this house, lots of old documents from the 70s and 80s, some even as far back as the 60s. Apparently this area was the epicenter of the 60s riots, Northwest Goldberg. So, a lot of houses got burned down and stuff in that time. It was messed up. I've been learning more about that. So, in the 60s, the government decided that there was a bit of a problem with the housing market, so they would make it easier for people to own homes. But there were all these conditions on like the homes that were eligible for this program, and a lot of them were in like exclusively white neighborhoods. There was a strong like racial element to this otherwise kind of well-intentioned government program. But, those good intentions only really extended to the fairer-skinned citizens of the country. And so, quite rightly, black folks just got freaking pissed off and demonstrated. And it then got painted as a riot and further evidence that, they couldn't be trusted with property because look at how they're behaving. It was just disgusting. So, those poor people, they demonstrated, they tried their hardest to be heard. They weren't heard, and what they did say was, completely mischaracterised, and their actions were mischaracterised as per bloody usual. It's kind of like, I don't know, I've experienced this myself recently. It's probably, I don't know. It's kind of like when you're dealing with someone who's just completely irrational, and you're trying to talk sense to them, and this is, so in this analogy, the white government are the irrational player and the black citizenry are the kind of trying to speak reason player. Okay, so you've got someone who's being completely irrational, and you're trying everything you can to get through to them. You're asking them questions, they're not answering your questions, or if they do, they're not answering them truthfully. You're kind of trying to get them to explain their reasoning, they can't. Eventually you just lose your patience, and all you've got is to make a noise. You're just like screaming for help in the face of this just a completely irrational force. But your raising your voice in frustration then gets coloured as the problem. So just imagine how devastating that was for those people. It's just awful. So, man, this place it's really messed up. Pretty crazy, dark history here, and there's still just insane system problems. We live on the largest freshwater body of fresh water on the planet, with the Great Lakes. I think it's 1/5 of all of planet Earth's liquid fresh water sits in the Great Lakes, and we've just got a few, just like kind of within a few miles. Yet despite that, Detroit and this area in Michigan has some of the most expensive drinking water in the country. Like, make sense of that. It's awful. Like, there are these like public utility monopolies that are just corrupt as hell. They've got no competition. Everything's been privatized. So everything's driven by a profit motive. So of course there's just like upward pressure on prices because these awful like psychopaths. You'd have to be a psychopath to be on the board of one of these companies. I swear to fucking God. Like, I don't know, man. There's violent insurrection or something sometime soon, please. God. Awful. So, and it just punishes the poorest people. Like, you know, if you're wealthy and your power goes up 15%, you absorb that just so easily. Like, it's like your passive income growth from your investments, like, more than covers that. And you're happy days. You're fucking retiring in your 40s, and who gives a fuck? But for poor people, that just means that their paycheck to paycheck budget is just stretched even further. It's disgusting. Anyway, we'll try and do something about that. I want to be more active in areas that I can help people, and ask me how that's going in 6 months' time. Anyway, I'm going to sign off now, and hopefully I don't die in a plane crash tomorrow on my way to Mexico. But if I do, then know that I love you, and peace.